So recently a few people left comments to the effect that mythology is Illuminati confirmed, and they based these comments on a couple of things they spotted in the opening sequence, in the background of the opening sequence to the videos that we're playing here. All right, and about the same time, my 11-year-old started identifying all sorts of Illuminati confirmed in the house. And I was a little bit, I didn't know what they were talking about. I've been living under mathematical rock for the last 10 years. So I had to look up what Illuminati confirmed is all about. Well, there is this secret society which was formed in the 1800s. And they had, logos like this, like 666, and a triangle with an eye inside. And supposedly, the society is actually ruling the world, kind of just pulling the strings in the background, and everything that really happens here is governed by them. And so people have been very busy spotting the signs of the Illuminati all over the place. And what you're really looking for is like these sorts of triangles and 666, preferably in the same spot. Now, one place where this comes up really prominently is the $1 note, the American $1 note. So there, if you focus in on this part, you see the Illuminati symbol right on top of the pyramid. And there's also a number down there in Roman letters, which is actually 1776, which is the year that the Illuminati Society was formed. Also happened to be the year in which American independence was declared, but obviously that's beside the point here. Also, if you have a really, really close look, you'll find that in here is DCLXVE, and then, so DCLXI. Okay, of course that's 666 in Roman numerals. Is it a coincidence? I don't think so. So there's something really serious going on, obviously, right? And so what people, a lot of very responsible people are doing is they find these symbols everywhere and figure out where Illuminati is at work. So for example, we found Illuminati in the Teletubbies. Well, it's pretty obvious, there's a triangle there, right? Where is it? Down there, right? And if that's not proof enough, well, I see another one right there, right? And coincidence? I don't think so. So, okay, for the Illuminati spotters, that's pretty good evidence. But for mathematicians, for a mathematician, I always think it's three points to determine a triangle. So there's lots of 3 points in there. It's not really that convincing. Yeah? So we've got a little sad Illuminated triangle there. What I really want is this. Equilateral, that's real proof for me that Illuminati is at work there. And well, if you actually know something about maths, you know that for any triangle, for any, sad Illuminati triangle, there is a heart, or it has a heart that is actually one of those super Illuminati triangles. And there's a couple of other things that actually will help Illuminati spotters to find these super Illuminati. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit now. So here we go. Said Illuminati triangle. First thing we need to do is we have to realize that 666 divided by 2 is?
333.
333, exactly. So, okay. So what we're supposed to do here is we're supposed to trisect all the angles. So 3 parts here, equal parts, 3 equal parts there, and 3 equal parts there. 333. Okay. Now we extend those lines here until they meet. And now it turns out that they meet in 3 points that always form one of those equilateral triangles, one of those super Illuminati thingos. There we go. Always. And I've got proof. I actually animated this whole thing. So let's just pull this thing around and see how the triangle inside changes. It doesn't change at all. It's a pretty evil looking there. Going around. It's 5 hours worth of animation effort on my part. Worth it. Okay. So we found this thing, but that's not the end of it. So every triangle has a super Illuminati heart. Okay. That's not the end of it. So let's just extend all the sides of our triangle. And now there's new angles coming up. We also trisect those. So trisect those. Extend all the trisections that you see here. Everything inside gets extended, right? So we extend. Now there's new points that are forming here and here and there and there and there and there. So in total 9 points. And you can probably already see there's 3 more super Illuminati triangles, equilateral triangles, orbiting every...
They're everywhere.
Everywhere, they're everywhere, right? And actually I ran out of steam, so I didn't animate this, but if I had animated it...
Would it be like days worth of animation?
Days worth of animation, yeah. Anyway, you can imagine, we change the triangle in the middle and everything kind of rearranges itself, but it's always going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 of those super Illuminati triangles. They're just there naturally. And that's not all. If you have a really, really close look, you can see there's another one forming right inside there, a really big, huge one. Right? So it's definitely Illuminati confirmed. Now, if you think that this is amazing, have a look at this. Morley's miracle. Morley was a mathematician who discovered this theorem in 1899. What's miraculous about this is that for thousands of years, people have been torturing triangles, and only in 1899, somebody found this miraculous result. But that's not the end. Okay, have a look at this. Can you believe it? But that's not all, right? That's not all. 1899. Have a look at this.
Whoa.
What can I say?
It was right in front of our eyes the whole time.
It was right in front of our eyes the whole time. Okay, but there's much, much, much more. I mean, Morley might not be somebody who've heard of it, but somebody else really famous turns out to be an Illuminati and actually tells you that there's another super Illuminati associated with any triangle whatsoever. And that goes like this. Again, one of our sad Illuminati triangles. What we do is we attach super Illuminatis to the sides, like 1 to each side, 1 super Illuminati equilateral triangle, another equilateral triangle, another equilateral triangle. And now have a look at the centers of these triangles. They're right here, right in the center of the eyes. What you see is, wow, smog there is another one. And just to prove to you that this is not a coincidence, I've also animated this one. It's another 5 hours down the drain. There you go. Chase the base triangle, everything else changes, but it's always one of those equilateral triangles that's right there in the middle. And who's the guy responsible for this? Well, the theorem in maths is called Napoleon's theorem, and it's really Napoleon Bonaparte who supposedly figured this one out. Well, it's a bit of a debate there, but as far as I'm concerned, it was Napoleon. It's definitely Napoleon's theorem. It's Napoleon's theorem. Okay. Now, Napoleon pretty obviously was an Illuminati, and it's so obvious, right? I mean, you just have a look at like one of those typical pictures here, and I mean,
wow, yeah, irrefutable evidence.
That's it, and I mean, you just put this one in, super Illuminati.
Hey, the horse head is also triangle.
Oh, I never knew that. He's definitely Illuminati, right? Okay, now for the last one, I mean, you won't believe this one, right? You won't believe this one. So for this one, you have to kind of wait until it's night. Then you have to look up into the heavens, right? And there, you kind of look for Orion, the constellation of Orion. And Orion is tickled right here by one of those super triangles. And it's actually a constellation. It's called a winter triangle. The winter triangle is an equilateral triangle up in the skies. I don't know how the Illuminati's got it there. Pretty amazing, but there's a clue. If you actually look at the different stars that make up the triangle, there's Betelgeuse, there's Sirius, and there's Procyon. I don't know. I mean, how do you pronounce this? Anyway, so 3 big stars. When you actually look at their actual position in space, they form a triangle like that. It's a really screwed up triangle. So I guess what would have happened is that at some point in time, the Illuminati took Earth, right, and just positioned it right smack here, so that we can actually see this triangle. So these guys are really powerful. They can move planets and stuff. Unlimited resources. But that also reminded me of another theorem in mathematics, which says that you can take any screwed up triangle whatsoever, like that one here, and you can look at it, or you can find a position from where it appears to be equilateral. You can do this with everything. Okay, so I'll just demonstrate how this is done, okay? So here we go. So there's a couple of different ways in which you can do this, and obviously you have to kind of reverse things because I'm demonstrating it with a webcam, right? So it's the webcam really looking at the thing. So what I'm doing here is I'm having the whole thing here aligned. So this is kind of in line with your eye or with the webcam at the moment. And this is at 60 degrees of the horizontal, right? And now I bring things over kind of along a horizontal. And at the same time, I make sure that this guy here always stays at 60 degrees, okay? And let's keep on going. And eventually,
Illuminati got
there it is. Pretty impressive, right? Okay, and well, that should give potential Illuminati spotters a lot of new tools to find these super Illuminati. And just in case you're really hardcore mathematician and you actually want to know why these things are the way they are, I'm actually going to present a proof of Morley's theorem in a separate video. And it's going to be linked in from this one here.